I'm Kaelin Burgess. I've been here for 4 years.
I'm Lydia Burgess. I've lived in England my whole life, but I've lived in Mildenhall for just over a year now.
Hi, I'm Shelby Goulding.
I'm Zach.
We currently live in Lakenheath, which is maybe a 15-minute drive from Mildenhall.
Especially during lockdown, we've gone more often than beforehand. I would say like monthly because we try to mix it up and go to different places.
Especially during the summer as well. We go there quite a lot, sort of every weekend and go for a walk.
Maybe once a month.
We usually go just to get out of the house on like nicer days. It's a good place to go and walk. There's a pretty well-worn footpath.
It's a good place to get away with COVID happening. A lot of people find solace in taking a stroll down next to a stream. So it's a real nice little nature walk.
And I think as well in Mildenhall, there's not really a lot of open spaces. So it's a good place if people have dogs and things like that to walk them.
Particularly with COVID going on, with everything being shut down, public spaces are the only places that are still open. So actually being able to get out and get some fresh air, in particular, Jubilee Park is a hot spot for that.
There's a little bridge where a bunch of ducks and geese sometimes gather. So that's it's real cool to see people feeding them there all the time. So that's real nice.
Yeah, I definitely say the wildlife is the biggest thing. Obviously, with it being a river too, there's a lot of animals you can see when you're walking along there that you wouldn't normally.
Then the huge fields where people can play.
It's definitely just unique because it's a very open green space.
There's a river.
They also have a footbridge that's built up, and there's also some nice park benches. And there's a flock of swans and geese that live down by the river. And so a lot of people feed the geese and the swans.
Some outdoor sports classes and things. So there'll be football, or I go to an exercise class.
I'm sure they could set up some projector movie or something.
Yeah, I think they've done fairs before.
Can't think of anything. It's just underutilized.
Yeah, I think it could be a lot more utilized.
Maybe I think they might do movies in the parks.
I would say a bigger path.
Definitely. I think also as well on the fields, it'd be nice to have a park thing on it, or sort of like play area a little bit on there, I think.
I'd say picnic tables.
And then maybe some more benches, because I think there's only 2 down there actually by the water side right now.
A couple times a year. Sometimes we just go there for like a restaurant.
I use it daily because it's a walkway to my work.
Probably twice a month. Do a lot of grocery shopping and then restaurants.
And then a lot of Pokemon Go too.
I think the biggest thing is that's where most of the shops are, and they do have a market.
So yeah, it's a real nice thing about European countries that they have farmers markets weekly. It's nice that they rotate it on different days for different villages.
I mean, it's the town center, so you've got all your stores and shops there. The marketplace is there. It's just kind of the place to be. It's not a very big village.
They've got a lot of shops around there that you don't get anywhere else. Family-run businesses and sort of boutique places.
Yeah.
So that's nice. All of the shops there are very independent.
I believe it's a little cathedral in the town center. It is real nice to just like walk outside of a little shop and see it. It's a little slice of good old England.
I think the way it's set up, it makes it really easy to just be able to walk.
It's a good pedestrian center.
Yeah, you don't really drive anywhere in the town center. You go, you park, everything is just very centrally located.
Definitely the farmers market they do. I think that's weekly.
No doubt they have to do a Christmas market. That's just tradition.
Yeah, I think there is a Christmas market. They've also had a fun fair.
So there's the marketplace that occurs every, I think, Friday. And so are all the local sellers come out and sell local produce.
There's a church in town. So there's some events that go on throughout the year with the church there too. As
a driver, my biggest concern is how many potholes there are. It's pretty messed up and it's hard to fix. And I understand that. That would be my number one priority.
I think as well, parking. There's not a lot of parking, to be honest with you. And especially when the market's on, there's no parking. That goes completely over all of the car parking spaces. For a town centre, it doesn't have much parking at all compared to other places.
I mean, I get it. I think they kind of expect townspeople to just walk in, but...
Especially with it being such a small town. But it'd be nice to have a little bit more, that's all.
More parking.
Definitely more parking. There's a lot of cobblestone, which is endearing initially, where you're like, oh, this is cute. But when you have a stroller and like an infant, it doesn't make it super easy. So I would say get rid of a lot of the cobblestone, but at the same time, that would kind of ruin the aesthetic of the cozy English village.